Bet some of y'all thought I done quit running. Well, I did for a little while. Here's to new beginnings. By the time you see this, it will be 2021. The beginning of a new year that closes out one of the worst years in human history. Whew, come on. I'm not gonna do what you expect here. Yeah, 2020 was rough for a lot of us in a lot of different ways. But man, am I thankful for 2020. Much like many others, December 31st, 2019, I was so ready for 2020. This is gonna be my year. You know what? I guess I was right. I started getting pretty down when all of this COVID, coronavirus, social unrest, racial tension, all this stuff was going on, and so easy to get wrapped up in it and be depressed by so much of it. And I thought, man, this was the year, 5 years in the making. This is the year we get to put this song out and finally see, what this song can do for people and how it's going to touch people on a bigger playing field than it ever had. And then all that started happening, and I was like, oh crap, we're gonna have to put it on hold again. But some of you guys who've been around since I was doing these stories doing this running thoughts on my stories instead of putting it up as an actual video, you might remember me talking about this one thing. And this is one thing that saved me this year. And this one thing that allowed me to be able to get this song out to you guys and see how it's touched so many of you. That one thing I said a lot. See if any of you remember. I like to put people in my corner who are mighty where I am weak. It took a lot of swallowing my pride and losing some ego over the last few years, which Nashville can definitely do to you if you let it, and you should let it. But it took a lot of that to get to that mentality that I'm at today, with being more of a team player and realizing that you can't do it all by yourself, man. Whether it's being a musician or whatever it may be. I hate it when I hear people say, I did this all on my own. Man, there ain't nobody that's ever done anything worth doing that didn't see some help along the way. So, I don't know. I just feel like you rob the people who really were there for you. Even if it was just there for moral support, they played a huge part in you getting where you're at. So, anyway, so I'm thankful for 2020 because it really reiterated to me how important it was to have people around you who lift you up and believe in you on a, professional basis, personal, whether it's family, colleagues, partners, whatever it may be. 2020 has really taught me the importance of having those other people play big roles in your life. You know what else 2020 has taught me? We spend way too much time about our work and our stuff that we want, stuff that we have. Paying for this, and I can afford that if I stretch it out over this many months and blah, 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 and stuff. Working for stuff. Working and making money and buying stuff that you can't afford before you make the money. Spending all the money you ain't even made yet. And, I'm a world's worst about it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad that 2020 put some of this stuff into perspective and helped me realize how small it is, how unimportant a lot of it is, and how important family is, and time that's good for the soul. See, buying that stuff and having that stuff, sometimes only fills a void for a very short amount of time. Now, I know that I get it. There's things that you can have that feed into your hobbies and continually reward you, but I'm not talking about that stuff. But man, the time we've had with family this year, the time we've had by ourselves to realize how important good relationships with friends and people are, and how much we miss as human beings being with people. That time and that perspective that this past year has given us is priceless. Being back home so much and spending so much time in Kentucky has really also made me realize how much I miss Kentucky. And the stars, the sunsets, the pastures with cows, and my wife, God bless her for being my wife, that is. But no, the other day she said, Elvie, how do you feel like you can relate to your crowd as much living in a condo or a townhouse in Nashville as you could living where your crowd and your demographic and your people live, and seeing them on a daily basis? And I'm paraphrasing here, baby, but it's just really put a lot into perspective. So, that being said, I have to admit, I am very, very much considering us going back home. Just like old times on my stories, like I was talking about, finish it up on the porch. The one thing I talked a lot about how 2020 was valuable, but I didn't really say anything about how excited I am for 2021. And thanks to you guys, thanks to radio, social media, this song has done some pretty incredible things in a very short amount of time. And man, I couldn't be more thankful. The last ad date of the year, we seen my boy hit top 40 on the nose, number 40, the very last ad date of the year. And that was pretty damn cool. Going into 2021 with a top 40 song on country radio. Couldn't be more proud of my team, of my friends, radio,
anyone and everyone who has been there along the way to help us get to where we are and starting this new year in the position we're starting it in. But yeah, 2021, man, I'm excited to see things get to moving a little bit better. And, you know, the vaccines are out, people are taking it. Hopefully that leads us into being able to get back to work and some kind of normalcy. You know, I understand we'll still be, you know, having to take some precautions along the way until we fully get back to normal, which I'm hoping for. But there are some shows coming in for next summer. Man, I miss playing shows, guys. I can't wait to play some shows in 2021. I can't wait to get more music out to you guys so you can hear it. All these freaking songs we've been working so hard on for the last year and a half. Even we started in July of 2019 recording songs for this record, this project, whatever it turns out to be. But no, I'm excited to see you guys, to see this song hopefully continue to grow and make its way up the charts so it gets in front of more people, so more people can you know, hopefully hear it and have that way that we've seen on social media, that new way of these families to say I love you. And that's been the biggest blessing to me, is being part of a song that has given people a new way to say I love you. So 2021, here's to all you guys, here's to us. Let's kill it. God bless 2021. Take care.